Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The Times of India reported that Meghan Markle may fly to the UK this Christmas for the first time since the late Queen's funeral. We'll jump in and editorialise. No, she won't. According to the Times of India, Harry and Meghan have received an invitation, but not from Buckingham Palace, from Charles Spencer, the brother of late Princess Diana. According to royal expert Jenny Bond, quietly behind the scenes, it is obvious that the Spencer family have kept the communication channels open with Harry, and that their affection for him is reciprocated. I'm sure Harry feels it's important that he still has some kind of anchor here in the UK, and for now at least, it seems that it's with his aunts and uncle, and that has to be a positive thing. Hello's royal editor Emily Nash said Harry is not looking to come in from the cold. Nash said, "My understanding is it's not quite the case that, his life in Montecito. He's obviously very happy there. He's gone to great lengths to set up his new life with Meghan and their children in California. But I do think, he would like to spend more time in the UK supporting his patronages. He's still closely connected to quite a few organizations." One fun conspiracy theory suggests the royal family may want Prince Harry to remain on a diplomatic visa indefinitely to avoid revealing sensitive financial details to the US government. If Harry were to become a US citizen or obtain a green card, he would have to disclose his worldwide income to the IRS, potentially exposing the royal family's finances. Tax expert Clayton Cartwright explained in the Daily Mail, "The royal family wants him to stay on the A1. If he's consulted tax advisors, then he will be staying on the A1. He added the A1 is his golden ticket. If he's on the A1, he can sit here in the US forever. The US would not care. This visa would allow Harry to reside in the US without triggering US tax residency, which would require him to disclose British bank accounts, trusts, and potentially the royal family's financial dealings. If Harry were to apply for a green card, his worldwide income, including any windfalls like the one he is reportedly said to receive from a trust established by the late Queen Mother, would be subject to US taxation." Cartwright explained, "In that situation, he would have to disclose the interest in the trust to the IRS. The royal family probably doesn't want that to happen." The Duke's immigration status remains a subject of speculation, and a Freedom of Information Act case seeking to clarify it has stalled. It has been suggested that Harry may be on a rare A1 head of state visa, a special type used by members of royal families which allows more flexibility and lower security checks. In The Independent, Anna Pasternak writes, "When you consider Harry's great-uncle, the Duke of Windsor, who abdicated as King of England in 1936 to marry an American divorcee, Wallis Simpson, you see how Edward VIII's manic need to prove to the world that he had made the right sacrifice weighed him and Wallis down." As the writer James Pope Hennessy said after spending time with the Windsors in France post-abdication, "They are like people after a cataclysm or a revolution, valiantly making the best of infinite luxury." The Duke of Windsor never recovered from the shock of exile, the family drawbridge firmly up. He always assumed that after a suitable cooling-off period, he would be able to return to Britain again and resume royal duties supporting his brother, King George VI. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? But Harry is feeling the sharp end of this lesson from history. The problem with renouncing crown and country for your own personal happiness is that you have to constantly convince yourself and others that it has not all been for naught. The Duke turned Wallis into the most hated woman in the world. Then he couldn't get what he promised her, the HRH title, or his family to accept her, royal historian Hugo Vickers told me, so he must have spent his whole life feeling guilty. "I saw him once at Princess Marina's funeral, and I have never seen a man with sadder eyes." To those closest to the inner circle, Harry is now seen as an outlier, with powerful enemies in Prince William and Queen Camilla who could possibly broker peace. It seems impossible now, yet there is one person who holds a glimmer of hope for his broken family, where the fault lines run deep and dark. The likeliest and kindest candidate is Princess Eugenie, with whom Harry has remained very close. As the daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, she knows well the pain of parental royal exclusion. She has also demonstrated laudable loyalty to her parents while remaining close to both of her cousins. She has managed to do all of this while never betraying the institution into which she was born. Could she be the one to persuade her uncle, King Charles, that the most generous and loving act would be to extend the hand of forgiveness to Prince Harry? In such a divisive world, and as the country's patriarch, it would be befitting for him to reach out to Harry. More Palace in just a moment. JJJOJN Joan left us a 1-star review asking, do you have any interest in covering any other people other than Harry and Meghan? The nastiness is something new and you bring nothing new to the table. Sure, we'd be happy to talk about other royals. Did you notice that Kate was gone for 6 months, right? Well, then let's tell you all about Zara Tindall's new raincoat collection. Normally that's the sort of story we throw in when the podcast is a little short and we need another minute of content. But today, let's give the people what they want. And that's not making fun of Meghan Markle selling dog biscuits and designer jam. Zara has unveiled her very own collection of raincoats, giving credit to her mother, Princess Anne, for teaching her the value of good quality clothing. Known for her stylish appearances, the 43-year-old worked in collaboration with brands Musto and Fairfax and Favour to create the Odyssey collection. The jackets, ranging from £350 to £450, come in both long line and shorter styles, designed to suit a variety of outdoor activities this autumn and winter. She explained, combining Musto's technical prowess and Fairfax and Favour's quintessentially British style has resulted in a collection of coats I'm looking forward to wearing this winter. Very exciting. Meanwhile, Edoardo Mapelli-Mozzi, husband of Princess Beatrice, seems to have quite the enviable life. As a highly regarded property developer and owner of Banda Property, he jets around the world to oversee high-end projects for the wealthy elite. His work frequently takes him to New York City, where Banda is responsible for transforming some of the city's most exclusive homes. One of his standout projects is located at the iconic Steinway Tower on West 57th Street in Midtown Manhattan. The tower is home to penthouses that can fetch as much as $66 million, and Eduardo recently highlighted Banda's design of a Mediterranean-inspired wellness area, featuring a vast swimming pool framed by marble flooring with an olive tree at its base. Soft furnishings and neutral tones contribute to the serene atmosphere of the room. Equally as exciting to talk about is Queen Camilla's new bracelet. We may even title this episode Queen Camilla's New Bracelet and watch those downloads roll in. The Queen has introduced a new accessory into her jewelry collection, perhaps inspired by other royal family members. During her visit to the English National Ballet's Mulryan Centre for Dance in London on September 5th, the Queen, 77, sported a blue string bracelet on her left wrist. A closer look revealed that the bracelet featured blue and white beads, making the third consecutive day she'd worn it. The Queen, who has a personal interest in dance, watched rehearsals and met the people behind the ballet productions. This public appearance came after she debuted the bracelet during the opening of the Dyson Cancer Centre at the Royal United Hospital in Bath on September 3rd. During that event, she assured a well-wisher that her husband, King Charles, was doing very well, likely referencing his health. Camilla then wore the bracelet again at a reception on September 4th, celebrating Bookaid's International 70th anniversary at St. James Palace. Typically, Queen Camilla is seen wearing a Van Cleef & Arpels vintage Alhambra bracelet and other delicate gold jewelry, but this colourful string bracelet adds something new to her style. Interestingly, King Charles, along with Princess Charlotte and Prince George, has been spotted donning similar bracelets over the summer. King Charles started this trend with a red and yellow twisted string bracelet during a trip to Wales in July, and he even wore it to the formal state opening of Parliament. Princess Charlotte and Prince George followed suit, wearing friendship bracelets at sporting events in July. Charlotte showed off pink and blue bracelets during a day at Wimbledon, while George sported a multicoloured one at the UEFA European Championship match in Germany. George even wore the bracelet for his official 11th birthday portrait. This new royal trend might be linked to the popularity of friendship bracelets during Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, which the Prince and Princess of Wales attended with their children in June. Could Taylor Swift be influencing the royal family's accessory choices? Seems the friendship bracelet has gone from pop culture to royal fashion. And there you have it. And I hope JJJOJN enjoys that second half of today's Palace Intrigue. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us at Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and write us a review like Jojen did, or maybe not. Maybe write us a nice one with 5 stars. I like those. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.